but basically our Monday is going to look pretty similar to last Monday, except I did add a little more volume on some lower body push here towards the end, because we typically have a little more time in this type of workout where we're doing lots of volume and kind of crushing it for a good 15 minutes. And then, and then we'll do a little more stuff at the end. So we'll just get started, and whoever wants to pop in can catch up. But we're just going to start with the hip flexor stretch. You can use that foot elevated on the couch. Big thing we're paying attention to here is, I like to use the foam roller as a way to push down, so I'm able to keep good position of really thinking about tucking my hips, keeping my ribs back and down, staying nice and stacked. That should give you a much better stretch. A lot of times put clients in this position and initially they won't really feel anything because we're not conscious of that position. And they try to come forward and really stretch and they still don't feel it. When really all it takes is that ability to just kind of tuck your butt underneath you, and all of a sudden we get a nice good stretch here in the front. And especially if you're elevating that foot, that will definitely increase the intensity. And you're shooting for 5 good breaths or about 30 seconds on each side, just getting things moving. Looks like it's going to be a nice day. Gonna have to go out and enjoy it. Man, we did some sprints out on a track on Saturday, and I hadn't really done that in a while. Man, I'm sore. I gotta start doing those more. It's such a good workout. You just go out and do some, I don't know, it must have been probably around 70 to 90 meters of sprinting. We did like somewhere between 6 and 8 rounds, I think, before I was done. And that's all it took. I mean, it was quick and painful. It felt really good though, actually. It felt good to get out and run and sprint like that. It's so good for you. Okay, next thing we got is some band pull apart. If you don't have a band, you can obviously do something else. So maybe go 90-90 with your feet and doing the slide on the floor. You can do it on the wall as well. The big thing is just keeping your lower back flat, pressing those elbows back into the wall of the floor, and then really opening up here. And then if you have the band, we're going to do the band pull apart. That's the one I'm going to do today. And we're going to shoot, if you're doing those slides, you're going nice and slow, you can probably do somewhere between 5 and 8. Nice and slow tempo. If we have the bands, we're going to go for 15, and your tempo is just about this speed. It doesn't have to be too fast, too slow, just getting a good squeeze of those upper back muscles, opening some things up here. Instead of trying to get more rowing variations throughout the workout, today is going to be a little more press heavy with our legs and our upper body kind of things. I think the rest of the week I'll focus on more of that rowing and pulling variations to counter all the pressing that we do. Once you get done with those, whether you're doing the wall slides or the floor slides or the band pull apart, the next thing we got is those hand walkout, and we're just adding that stretch of the calves in. Trying to keep my legs nice and straight. I'll kind of go at an angle so you can see this way. So as I come straight out, I'm going to walk as far as I can without letting my lower back dip and arch towards the floor. As I come up, I'm going to come to the balls of the feet, getting a good stretch. You can even shift your weight one over the other. Let's just do somewhere between 3 and 5 of these, really focusing more on the stretch and more on just squeezing your butt, squeezing your abs here as you're in this kind of lengthened position or outreached position. So it's somewhere between 3 and 5. And we're getting right into that hip flexor stretch one more time. One more time through each thing before we jump into kind of our next set of warm up. Again, I'm thinking about drawing my tailbone underneath. Should see a straight line between my knee, my hip, my shoulder, and my ear. Like all this stuff should be stacked. We're not going to do this kind of forward tilting version. There's probably a place for that, but I feel like we can get just a, is that Tasha? Good morning. Gotta chat with you guys. Did you guys have issues with the unemployment site? I wasn't able to log in yesterday. So I was reading that there's a bunch of crashes in a lot of the systems for just the surge of all the people coming in applying for unemployment. So that kind of sucks. Still couldn't this morning, yeah. What's up, Tasha? We see you. It's trash. Yeah, absolutely. That's weird. Okay, back to the band pull apart, and then we'll go one more time with the hand walk out. And then we're going to get into our next set of things. So, happy Monday. Good to see you. See you working hard. See you got another live coming up. You're going to need help with that video again. It looks like you guys have found some way to edit some videos. You guys have made a bunch of videos. Did you guys figure that out yet? Getting that band pull apart, squeezing those shoulder blades. If you're doing the wall slides, pressing those elbows back. Really just want to get that upper back fired up. So maybe Tasha is actually really busy doing something else and just checking in. We'll have to catch up soon. Oh, we're doing 15 of these band pull aparts, getting a good burn here before we stop. Alright, last time in that hand walk out. Remember, we're trying to keep our legs straight. We walk our hands out, keeping our abs nice and tight, and squeeze your butt at the end so everything's nice and tight. And then as you walk back, you're just getting to the point where you're in that stretch for your calves. You might feel that a little bit lower through the calf too. Going like, 3 to 5 of those. And then we're going to get into our next set here for the warm up. So we've got some seal jacks, some fallout lunges, and we're going to do a single leg hip thrust on the couch just to kind of get our legs warmed up before we get into our our main set of exercises. And when we get there, we'll talk about some of the different variations that you could be doing depending on the equipment that you have and what you've done in the past already. So seal jacks, we're going to do 15 here. So on your own time. Next thing we got is those fallout lunges. So we're just going to do 5 on each side. Just getting warmed up, going nice and slow. Really trying to shift our weight so that we're opening up. Getting a little bit of a stretch, right? I'm on the inside of the ball of my foot or my arch of my foot on the straight leg. And really putting my weight over my heel while I'm staying upright on the other leg. Really trying to get the weight over everything over that one foot. It's hard for me to stay centered on the camera. But almost done here. And the last thing we got, we're gonna do, let's call it 8 on each side. We're gonna do that hip thrust on the couch. So shoulder blades lie across. So the couch should be like right underneath your shoulder blades, right? You can kind of barely see me here on the camera, but from here we're gonna be driving one knee up, kind of like we're marching, right? And you can alternate, or you can do that same leg. I don't mind either way. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, and 8. One more time through the warm up here. What's up, Dan? Good morning. Back to that seal jack. 15. There he is. I think she had a hard time sleeping last night, so she's still up there snoozing away. She did get up last night and make these cookies though. They're like oatmeal peanut butter chocolate chip. I just had a text message this morning that said I made some cookies, and I was like, wow. Fallout lunches. Yeah. Be a good prize here once I get done with the workout. Falling out, really trying to shift our weight over that 1 foot. Pushing back up, shift. Five each side. One more time with the hip thrust. Hey, good morning. What's up, Birdie? Good to see everybody popping in. Hope that doesn't fall. Ooh. Again, you can go marching, or you can do that one leg at a time. I don't mind either way. From here, we bridge up, drop one leg towards the chest, really trying to squeeze your butt. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, and 8. All right. So when we get into kind of the main workout here, our 30 on, 30 off, we're going to start with a hinge, and ideally you'll do something different than what you did Friday. So I did the RDL with both dumbbells on Friday. I'm going to go to more of what it would be like a sumo deadlift, I guess. A little wider base with the feet. You can go to just a traditional deadlift with like a kettlebell or a dumbbell too. That's totally okay. Again, you're going to be doing 15 reps, right? So we've got a hinge, we've got our horizontal press, so it's either a push-up or a dumbbell press. Since I did the dumbbell press on Friday, I'll be going to a push-up. Banded row or chest supported row, you can either, especially if you don't, this is where we kind of made an exception on the Wednesday, was we did it single arm just in case people didn't have two variations for their row. But I'm going to be doing the banded version today, just something a little different stimulus, can still generate some fatigue. And then you got a goblet squat and then a swing. So hinge, press, row, squat, swing. 3 rounds, 15, trying to get 15 reps in each round, or in each exercise. About 30 seconds of work. Even if you're able to complete all 15 reps within the 30 seconds, like continue to work, or like before the time is done, continue to try to stay under tension throughout the whole 30 seconds. That would be ideal. Just maybe slow down or try to challenge yourself with some more weight, or maybe you need a new progression. So yeah, we'll get started with that hinge. Let's grab our weights. Kettlebell. I'll have get like a little foot just so that I'm not smacking the floor. And I'll give you a 10-second countdown here. And then we're off for our main bulk of the exercises here. Ooh, that's loud. 10 seconds. So on our deadlift, it's important that we keep our back nice and straight and weight in our heels. Hips up and back from here. Boom, my hips do all the work, right? Back. Really squeezing my butt at the top. Abs and butt, just like we do our swings. It's pretty similar feeling. Keeping my armpits tight. I get 15, but that's okay. Go a little faster on the next one. Next round, you got some variation of the press. If you did push-ups, maybe trying to go to a dumbbell press. I mean, you could even mix in like a yoga push-up, just go different widths with your hands. Try to make your push-up different if that's all you've got. Our next variation is going to be, we're going to do the row next. So ideally, you'll have some variation, maybe a TRX, something that you can do a row on both sides, a band. The way we do the band is we're seated, band goes around the feet, and then from here I'll be able to row with 2 hands. Remember, we're going to have to try and probably slow down on some of these if we don't have a ton of resistance. Try and get a good squeeze. Our goal is still 15-ish reps, but more importantly, 30 seconds of time under tension. If you need more resistance with the band, you just widen your feet. Next, we got a goblet squat. You can still use a chair if you need as a kind of a marker, or if at some point you did the ankle mobility stuff with us and you found that that's one of the things that's limiting you, go ahead and use a couple books or something to help you elevate those heels a little bit. And 3, 2, elbows in tight. We're trying to get, if we're doing a goblet squat, we want our butt to go down. Right? Knees forward, weight in the heels, butt down. In some other variations of the squat, we're looking for our butt to go back. Right now, it's weight in the heels, let those knees reach forward over the feet, butt down. This is what's going to help you keep your torso nice and tall. you have tight ankles, then it's pretty hard to stay upright unless you get a little help. Last one is a swing. In that swing, just like your hinge or your deadlift, really locking out at the top, right? It's about squeezing your butt, squeezing your abs, staying tight, and then we're gonna get a whole minute of rest. Hey, what's up, Kyle? I don't know if you're still here. Thanks for stopping in. Always good to see you. Might even get closer to 20 on those swings. 1 minute rest here, catch your breath. Whew. I'll wake you up. So another variation, if you don't have a weight to swing with that's comfortable, you can put that band around the feet, over your head, and work on more of a good morning position. Something we've done in the past. It's totally fine. Shoot, you can even just do a hip lift on the couch if you need to. We're just trying to work that posterior chain a little more. Gonna give you a 10-second countdown for the second round. 10. Alright, I'm probably not going to do too much talking because I'm going to be breathing, so let's do it. With those push-ups, if that's all you have is the ability to do push-ups because you don't have two bells, try changing the variations of your hands today. Try and do more of a wider push-up or a super narrow push-up, but don't be afraid to regress that movement down to your knees too if you have to. Just different stress, different muscle tissue. I'm definitely going to work on a wider one today. Yeah, we want to try and continue to get reps. So if you're getting fatigued, go to your knees and just keep cranking them out because we just want to be under tension throughout the whole time. Doesn't necessarily matter if you have to regress your position, although it's okay. You're going to still get a lot of benefit out of just creating fatigue. 2, 1. Squat. Let's see how many people we see. Only 4 people in here. Cool. Remember, we're trying to work on our butt going down when we have an anterior load. It's much more of an upright position. heels, my knees track forward over my feet, my butt comes down. Much more upright, right, with my spine. I just realized that we didn't have the music going today. Give you that ambiance. Swing, and we got one more round. Swing. See if we can get closer to like 20 of these. It's hard to slow the swing down. One minute. Yeah. Moana song's right. Yeah. Hey, it's actually pretty good. I actually do like some of the songs on that one. And that was an awesome movie too. Beautiful, beautiful graphics. Very cool. Let's see if I have any water in here somewhere. Alright, last round. Got a couple more things to finish up before we're done for the day. But all these workouts, we'll be finishing up a little bit sooner. 10 seconds. These workouts go a little faster than some of the ones that we were doing in the last month. 3. Last round, let's get it. Those push-ups are getting hard. Full range of motion. Like I want you going all the way down, all the way up. Don't be afraid. Let's go to the knees. Yeah. Sounds good, Jane. Tomorrow's a little bit easier. Our Tuesday, Thursdays are a little more, you're still gonna get a sweat, but they're meant to be a little bit on the lighter side. Maybe some speed work. So take a wider base or a different base, whatever. But make sure that we're getting our chest to the ground each time. If I fail or if it's starting to look kind of funky, just go to the knees and try and stay under tension the whole movement or the whole 30 seconds. That's really what we're trying to get here. I can still get plenty of fatigue in this position. Yeah, swings and squats, Jane. Just take that kettlebell and, as we like to say, you make it your bitch. And row. Three, 2, 1. last couple exercises here. We'll take a little break, and then we've still got a couple things to finish up before we're done for the day. One more squat. Getting that butt down. I always joke with my clients that we're practicing pooping in the woods. Right, trying to get down in that squat position and be comfortable to poop in the woods. Ready? This is not the way I was using. That's okay. Last swing, take a little break, get you ready for the next set of the stuff. About 5 seconds. Catch your breath here for a second. I'll explain the next set. So, catch your breath. We're really only going to do 2 more exercises. We're going to do an ab wheel. If you don't have an ab wheel, what I'll have you do instead is some leg lowering drills where your hands and feet are straight up, lowering one leg nice and slow, keeping that lower back nice and flat. You'll do 10 on each side. For the ab wheel, we're going to work on from the knees all the way out, all the way in, keeping good position. We're going to shoot for 10 of those. In between each set of split squats, you'll do them. So we're going to try it for that elevated split squat again, and then this time we're going to load it. I'm probably going to use a 30 and take that knee pad. So when we go to the rear foot elevated split squat, it's going to kind of tip us forward, right? Because we have this leg that's kind of putting us up and back. And it's going to tend to want to put us forward. That's totally okay. This position is a little different than when we do the front foot elevated. Both variations are really good, so we want to work on both. From this position, it's important that I'm able to keep my weight in my front heel. So I'm going to load from here, nice and tall. I'm a little forward. I want to put a little weight in that front heel as I press myself up. If I try and stay back and centered like we do with some of the other split squats, it's going to be really hard to balance, right? You need to come forward a little bit. Do try and stay tall. And again, you're moving straight up, straight down. This back knee should look like a straight line, even though I'm a little bit forward, still a straight line between my ear, my shoulder, my hip, and my head, right? As I drive up. I'm not going to overextend and do something weird. I want to stay in good position when we do this. So we're going to go 10 on each side. Your tempo, 2 seconds down. You can come up as fast as you like, as long as you're in control, right? Should have wore less sleeve clothing. Okay, let's do it. 10 each leg. If you don't have a way to really elevate your foot, you can take a couple books. and put them up behind you, and that's totally okay. It doesn't take a huge incline to really put you into that forward position. Use a stair, whatever. But we do want to try and load this one today. 2, 2, 2, 2. Like I said, between each set of split squats, so before we switch legs, we're going to do the ab wheel. On the ab wheel. If you don't have an ab wheel, you're doing those leg lowers from your back. Here, abs tight. Trying to keep our butt nice and tucked as we roll out. Alright, other leg. I realized I'd be sweating this much this morning. Jeez. Just like a goblet squat, elbows in tight, bell in, palms right underneath, push. I'm trying to keep that weight in that heel, straight up, straight down. Back to the ab wheel. I'm gonna open this door. It's hot. How you guys doing? I'm feeling pretty tired today. On a Monday. Alright, back to that split squat. One more time on each side. Still going to be doing those ab wheels in the middle of each one. only got 2 more of these and 1 more split squat, and then we're all done for today. Last split squat. Alright guys, last one. 1 more each. Those are done. Last ab wheel or dead bug or whatever you're working on here, and we'll be done for the day. Alright, so some things to keep in mind. I don't know, was that tough for you guys? I'm pretty tired. So, some things to keep in mind. With this particular programming, we are getting done a little bit faster than we were in our first month, but we're accumulating a lot more fatigue, and so don't be surprised if you're a little sore, that's for one, and then don't be surprised if your performance actually takes a little bit of a dip in the next week or 2 of doing volume like this. We are trying to put your body into a deficit. We're trying to basically give it enough stress so that you do actually see a decline in performance, so that your body will overcompensate, and hopefully by week 4 or 5, single leg is hard. By that 4th or 5th week, we should see the numbers actually increase. So just don't be surprised if you got a lot of fatigue, you're sore, you're seeing a dip in your performance. That's what we want, actually. That would be ideal. That would mean that we're doing enough damage and stress to the body that it will actually eventually overcompensate, right? So be patient. Week 4 or 5 should feel better. The next week, week and a half, well, it should feel like this. Sweaty, breathing hard. It's tough. Yeah, trying to add some more volume into some of those positions like the single leg. Yeah, we'll pick it up tomorrow. A little bit easier day. Maybe work on some technique stuff, some speed work,